motherfuckers made a pact in 1939. Arms race.
It's a boom. To get it. Nap time now. You gotta get knowledge in your sleep. That's how we do it over now. Let's get it. I'll find these mother Soviets right quick.
So many battlefields gone, driven and blood scarred. Well, sweet pea, butterscotch, y'all up too. See y'all out there. I've been asking a goddamn question for a long time. Nobody never answered. Butterscotch carry man with a business do. I'm just laid back chilling, right? I've been asking a question a long time. What happened? I don't know how old y'all is, you know what I'm saying? I've been like a history buff, watching news, my dad type nigga all my life, so y'all might not remember this shit. I've been asking, like, what happened to the Soviet Union? What happened to them boys? You know what I'm saying? What happened to them boys? What happened to them Soviet boys? I've been asking this shit since I came to the Kanika Jenkins with the flat earth. Since I came to the Kanika Jenkins community, you know, representing flat earth. Because it's always been an inquisitive question of mine, like, where did they disappear to? Where they at? Where the hell they at? What up, she, man? I'm like, what happened to them? Don't you remember when the motherfucker was watching Archie Bunker and George Jefferson featured on Archie Bunker and shit, Fish and all them old programs? They used to be talking about the Soviets and shit. The Soviet Union was this, the Soviet. Everybody was scared of them Soviets. What happened to the Soviet Union?
That's a boom, man. He goddamn sleep.
He lied. Got on the mic talking about he took 5 shots like me. Say he keep it truth in the booth. Got live like me. Took an oath to down the truth and stay fly like me. Nigga live, bro. What up? What up, YouTube first lady? I just got home. I'm tired. We'll catch the replay. Oh, okay. I'm just talking about the goddamn. I'm just trying to figure out what happened to this Soviet Union. Let me show y'all something, man. Show y'all something. Hold up. Archie Bunker, you be talking about those Polacks, those Georgians, Albanians, Pakistanians, all that shit. You know when they got that V on the end of the Jogawolf and the Zagobakov and Jogakov and all that old shit. What happened to the Soviet Union, man? You know, everybody got a refrigerator in their house, right? But these motherfuckers made a world refrigerator, a refrigerator for the world to stock food in a long time ago, man.
Shit.
Before they started cloning and the robotards. But see, you got the surface people out here that gonna stay on the surface and try to dilute and confuse motherfuckers that come with some real shit. They made a world. You know how big a refrigerator got to be to feed the world? I'm quite see y'all done heard of the seed vault. They got a vault over there in that. Let me tell you something. People cultivate the land and the region that they're used to being, that they're born in. See, by nature, certain people are supposed to be in certain areas. And when people by nature are in their areas, they're going to learn to cultivate and adapt to their climate or whatever region of the world they are in. So you got people who has always been nifty and tech savvy with mountainous regions and ice. See, we go to the football games when it get cold, like around December and, you know, the Super Bowl January, and we see the we see the hail coming down and the ice and the football players out there playing. And you got these certain group of people that be in the stands with damn near just butt naked. The fuck this motherfucker out here with no shirt on? Nigga, you be having goddamn earmuffs on, skull cap, toboggan off. You be wrapped up, scarf around your neck, trench coat on with a windbreaker jacket up under that motherfucker, 2 pair of goddamn drawers on, long john and everything. Then you got a motherfucker right over there drinking beer like a motherfucker with no clothes on. You got some motherfuckers that can goddamn dip off into some goddamn ice water and just swim like it ain't shit. Man, the motherfucker been playing with that ice, bro. The motherfucker been playing with that ice a long time. I'm telling y'all, what the fuck happened to them Soviets, bro? I've been asking y'all that for 2 years. I've been asking y'all that for 2 years. I ain't had nobody to come put that shit back on me yet.
Mother ain't said we don't know.
Ribbentrop.
Answer, nigga.
The Ribbentrop. August 1939. Huh? I told y'all these the same goddamn people. Y'all won't listen to me. Ain't no such thing as a motherfucking Jew. When they wrote that book, bro, they gave you who these people were, man. The Ashkenazi Jew and the Khazarian Jew. They got a 2-headed eagle when they get to the 33. 33, special number. The first motherfucker to form that treaty around the so-called North Pole was 33 of them bitches. You count the lands on the goddamn, if you look at that symbol of the down getting stuck. Not national defense. It's one of those symbols they use.
United Nations.
It's like a target in the middle land is the 33rd land. They put this shit right in your goddamn face. All this shit. This shit weird, bro. This shit weird. I can't deliver it. I've been trying to find a motherfucker that John Q gonna be able to deliver this shit though. Direct armed conflict between Germany and the Soviet Union was delayed. Same motherfuckers. I keep telling you, man, Germany ain't never goddamn had the war with goddamn Great Britain, bro. All that shit. The world stage, bro. Delayed by signing of the Molotov and Ribbentrop Pact on August 23rd, 1939, which essentially divided the nations of Eastern Europe into two Spheres. Where did spear shit come from?
Divided the nation into two spheres.
How did the world
They
become
made
a goddamn sphere?
Man, stop that shit right there.
When the world became a
That shit said made the world into two spheres. Now I gotta start right there and show y'all that shit. How the fuck you make the world into two spheres? They made two globes? They made two globes? Man, fuck that. Get out there. Get it out there. I gotta tell y'all this shit. That shit said it there. Divided the world into two spheres. Eastern Europe. Divided the nation of Eastern Europe into two spheres of interest. One belonging to the Soviet and the other that is Ashkenazi, and they go to Ashkenazi and the motherfucking Khazarian Jew right there. I'm putting you niggas on game. How they two spheres, so they made two globes? Then they gonna get together and just make one big globe. They making this shit up, nigga. Alright, y'all gonna fly on the globe. I ain't gonna worry about it. I'm gonna let this shit play. I don't try to explain it. I'll just do it tomorrow. My goddamn self. I was trying to tell y'all, man.
The world become a goddamn sphere. When the world became a sphere.
It was two spheres.
That's a round. That's the ball shit. Two spheres.
Now it's two balls.
Then you look at these maps with the two
They got two balls.
circles looking like the MasterCards and shit.
They had two balls.
The Drake Passage I done told y'all about. How they maneuvered through, how Admiral Byrd, when he went and named the land after he named the region of the land in Antarctica after his wife. Marie Byrd land. He was getting too close to shit. He was talking too much. Had to go. Started saying too much shit. Into two spheres of interest. One belonging to the Soviets and the other to the Nazis.
Russian gun. Khazarian and Ashkenazi. Who you niggas on?
Oh boy.
Who you
Oh
niggas
boy.
on?
It's your boy.
Y'all don't want to do.
Look at them brothers right there. They get on TV and give you a world-class show, bro.
Trump and Putin.
Look at that handshake.
Ashkenazi and Khazarian. Trump and Putin.
Look at them brothers right there. Ashkenazi and Khazarian right there.
Elon Musk want to get in the mission, take over shit.
Rockefeller and Rothschild right there.
European.
Knights Templar and Christian Crusader right there. Where them Soviets at, y'all? Them vodka drinking ass motherfucker. Where the fuck them motherfuckers at? Where them motherfuckers at, man? Soviet Union takes over Eastern Europe after World War II. What? Where them motherfuckers at? World class goddamn throw the rock and hide your hand ass type shit, bro. Eastern Europe after World War II, the Soviet Union takes over. Don't mention me no more. I'm just gonna lay back. Y'all do y'all thing. The same way that the 7 Emirates with all that oil and shit. Oil and coal. How do you think they running them trains? Them trains ran off coal. All those train and annuities and motherfucking war bonds that they cashed out on, I keep telling y'all about. That they created with their false history that they wrote about some Jewish goddamn God. Nigga, ain't no such thing as no Jew, nigga. Oh, boy. The government in Albania, Bulgaria, Czechoslovakia, Hungary, East Germany, Poland, Romania, Yugoslavia. Where them Soviets at, y'all? Been asking y'all that for 2 years. No answer. No answer. Following the Allies' victory over Germany and Japan in 1945, I don't want no surface answer. I don't want no bullshit they done told you. I want you to be able to think. The Soviet Union becomes the sole superpower rival to the United States. The Cold War between the two nations led to the military buildup of nuclear arms, the nuclear arms race, and the space race.
Oh.
Huh? Peekaboo, peekaboo, jab, jab. Peekaboo, peekaboo, jab, jab. Oh no, man. Following the Allies' victory over Germany and Japan in 1945, the Soviet Union became the sole superpower rival to the United States, to the little old bitty United States, because of communism and all the old fucking ass shit, political terms and all that old bullshit they put out. You know what I'm saying? So you telling me that these motherfuckers made a pact in 1939? See this? Molotov and Ribbentrop Pact, huh? Officially known as the Treaty of Non-Aggression between Germany and the Soviet. What the fuck? What the fuck? You mean Germany, the Nazis, and the Soviets are cool as fuck?
Yep.
They cool as fuck, huh?
Cool as fuck.
Non-aggression between Germany and the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. Huh? The pact between the Nazi Germany and the Soviet Union signed in Moscow in 1939 by Foreign Minister. Huh? So you mean to tell me what Fed been saying been some trill shit the whole time? The left and the right wing flying the same bird around this motherfucker, and these will become the world what's known today as the Jews, who don't even have a biological bloodline. It's just a motherfucking story that they written in the first motherfucking Biblos called a Septuagint. Fed just be tripping. Fed just be tripping. What the fuck, them Soviets, that what the fucking Soviets at over there. This what it look like on top. Them niggas all up under that motherfucker, live up under that motherfucker, all the mountainous regions. All that shit was considered Russia. Then they started making these, man, this shit so crazy. Marie Bird, what that shit say? Huh? Bird's first Antarctic expedition, 1928 to 1930. It originated from Little America, near Amundsen's original base camp, Farham, whatever that shit is, in the Bay of Whales, in the Bay of Whales, led to the discovery of the Rockefeller Mountains and the Etzel Ford Ranges. Ford, Rockefeller, who that is today? Soros, George. Same goddamn people, man. Y'all ain't listening. Bird named that region after his wife, Marie. They clapped Bird ass. Bird had to go. Bird was talking too much. How the fuck can Admiral Byrd come up off a ship and out of them goddamn submarines to flying planes? And how the fuck can he fly a plane over the North Pole and over the South Pole? How can he fly a plane over Antarctica if it's at the bottom of this water ball?
But they just told you how you do it. They just told you they created two spheres. So he flying over two spheres. He flying over the same goddamn land. They just drawed it out like two credit cards. Then they turned it to a ball later on after they created the ice in the center of this hole. They created the ice. Ain't no ice in the center of this bitch. Ice around the outside, nigga.
I wonder did he ever figure that shit out his goddamn self. He probably actually thought he was goddamn circumnavigating and shit around a ball of water. When was he gonna figure out that he couldn't fly a plane, take off from ground zero and go up out into goddamn the skies in some kind of way, get back down below where he just came from to get low enough past the Earth's surface to go down past the waters and get down to the fly over Antarctica? What the fuck? Come on, man. Come on, man. Look at this shit. I was already staking claims and shit over there to this shit, bro. Y'all see this shit? You see this peninsula? You see this peninsula, this script right here?
Hey, let me get a light.
Do you have any idea how close this? You see all those little bit of spots out there? All them motherfuckers is islands, man. Pretty ass water, flat water. Anytime you cut off into that water, gonna be flatter than a motherfucker. The same way if you get an ice tray with some ice cubes in that shit and walk out of your kitchen and walk back, and that little flat water gonna be in each one of those little cubes, little pretty ass water. If it ain't been there that long, shit, you can pour that in a cup and have some good cold ass water with no ice. But when the ice melt, my nigga gonna turn into flat water, man. Look at these motherfuckers already got, see them little colors there? Look at that. But look who got the most land. Look who got the most claims off into Antarctica. You see that? You see that right there on the right side right there? You see that? That's Argentina. Argentina claiming all that shit. What Argentina at, y'all?
That's the shit they talking about right there.
Argentina's in South America.
Ain't no North Pole.
Over here on the left side.
Ain't no North Pole.
So they done hopscotched over there and goddamn they claiming territory stakes over here. They planting their flag right there. But the Soviets that went to the motherfucking ocean bottom up on the bottom of the motherfucking at the bottom of the motherfucking ice patch in North Pole, they went to the ocean floor bottom and goddamn planted their flag. Who own all this shit, y'all? I'm trying to tell y'all some real shit, bro. Look at the little orange spot right there. That's Australia. The land down under. Then you got Chile got a little script. France, they got a little shit. But why? Look what South America got. Look what Argentina got, man. Norway, they working with some. The United Kingdom ain't got none enough. All the motherfuckers owned by these Soviets, bro. Telling y'all some real shit. Goddamn, the Soviet Union planted, Russia plants flag. They said Russia now. They just said Russia now. Remember the USSR? The shit they blew up in the motherfucking sky when Trump took over that me and my wife caught. I said that shit said USSR. You see these motherfuckers? They do little slick shit and put it in your face. Russia planted flag on North Pole seabed. Russia symbolically stakes the claim to billions of dollars worth of oil and gas reserves in the Arctic. Motherfucker goddamn put that oil in the water on purpose, nigga. Y'all better, man, look out. The Arctic Ocean today when too many submarines reached the seabed more than 2.5 miles beneath the North Pole. Soviets been on it up, man. Them motherfuckers, I'm gonna tell y'all something, bro. Them motherfuckers got a goddamn world refrigerator where they goddamn say they gonna stock bread and other kind of foods and shit for 100 years to see whether or not it will keep it fresh. You preserve shit by freezing it, my nigga. You see how they freezing humans and freezing their bodies and unthawing their ass, waking their ass up 30 years later, they been off into this scientific bullshit. Unnatural things, nigga. They running tests for hundreds of years at a time. They do a test today in 2020. They ain't gonna check that shit out until goddamn, you understand me, 100 years later. Into 2120.
That's right.
They been running these tests. Then they got to go and goddamn check. Boop boop. 100 years later. Is it 100 years later yet? They say in 2035 China will own. China already own your ass. You don't even know who the fuck you belong to running around this bitch. In 2035, boy.
The Mongolians ain't playing with their ass.
And we just keep on letting our children stay cursed with these generations of being in a make-believe world while these people just continuously make a fool out of the whole world with this God, this globe, and this goddamn gravity. Tell y'all some real shit, bro. The Soviets been up under that goddamn ice, bro. So, with that being said, right? With that being said, so you mean to tell me these son of a bitches created all these wars, produced all these militaries, and the polar United States had to goddamn fight against the Germans?
And the Soviets.
And I keep telling y'all the United States didn't win no war against Germany because the United States is owned by who? The Crown. The European Union is the goddamn UK and Germany. The German, Trump and Putin is one of the same. I told y'all that nigga's finna set up shop and start to rewrite history, restack those books. And all the lies we done heard in the last 3 years, y'all don't realize that they restacking history, not for you, for your grandkids, for your great-grandkids. They ain't gonna know what the fuck nobody talking about. They gonna be so lost and dumbfounded, just like we were. Nigga, you don't start really waking up. Shit, I'm so happy to be woke, man. But guess what? Nigga, down listen, folks. Down listen, folks. So you mean to tell me the U.S. inherited all those debts? You see, the U.S. was just a melting pot for them to hide. I told you they come over here and hide up under the name Jew and the name philanthropist and the name American. America is a corporation that's built off debt. And all they do is sit back. Just like in 2015, they went all the way back to 1752 to 1923 and got all those console bonds. What is a console bond, Fed? Consolidated bonds. Raised the interest rate from 2.34% to 5% along the way. And got all that interest off that shit and said, it's time for a Brexit. Niggas don't catch this shit, bro. Same goddamn people. We gonna keep on arguing about some shit that we can't see out there, motherfucker. Instead of staying in the realm of knowing and getting down with what the fuck these people are doing within creation. They gonna make you disrespect creation. They already disrespecting nature like a motherfucker. They gonna make you disrespect. Now you know a motherfucker that can throw the sun in the sky and shit. You all off into the fairy tale. It's tea time, old chap. You want to sip all the tea. It's tea time. On some make-believe shit. Arguing back and forth about some make-believe shit, man. When all you got to do is respect creation. If it's a higher power out there and the thing that we thankful for the higher power is creation itself, okay, cool. We're going to respect what's been put here before us, creation. So we can't be out of bounds respecting creation and respecting nature. You motherfuckers want to goddamn grow some wings out your back and be supernatural and put on goddamn pantyhose and spin around 5 times, get some super bracelets and shit. What else, Solar Cough? Oh no, man. I'm just rambling, man. This shit crazy. Shit real crazy. But I said all that to say now. So the United States, with this illusion of having the world's most powerful military forces, they had a goddamn most powerful military force. When no time for them goddamn Rockefeller buildings to come down over there in New York. That shit went right according to plan. According to David Rockefeller, when those buildings was constructed, he knew the exact time and date that they would come down. How would he do that if it wasn't a world script? And I'm telling you, they planning at least 100 years ahead of time. You'll catch these Jews saying, if we don't live to see it, our grandchildren will. And you think they ain't instructing who's gonna be in place? How the fuck Trump political advisor is gonna be his son-in-law, Kushner? Kushner. You know, they changed those names up, throw you off a little bit. All these motherfuckers is related, bro. All these motherfuckers is in cahoots, bro. So that means the Soviet and the Nazis were in cahoots. When all these goddamn people started lining up. NATO, CIA, FBI, all this shit just taking place one at a time. Pop, 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 pop. That's just a coincidence. Everything being brought to you has been up under the construct of these people, bro. All your institutional learners, nigga. All your institutional, everybody is institutionalized. Everybody. They own all the broadcast systems. I keep telling you, you got to remember, the Queen will shut down all these broadcast systems at the snap of her finger. She can wake up tomorrow and say, I want everybody to see this day, and take over every channel in the motherfucking world, nigga. Everybody in the world be looking at this bitch. Get on a goddamn chariot and ride out to the goddamn famous, the ancient park of her ancestry, and pick a goddamn pear off the tree and let a motherfucker cut that bitch in half and put it in her mouth and say, yum yum. Now go, now go. And then send your ass back to watch Mork and Mindy and Happy Days or whatever the fuck you want to watch. That's some power, nigga. How did he get all that power, nigga? Because you are living in their make-believe world and listening to what they consider the concept of a God to be, nigga. How the fuck she own? Let me show you something. Let me show y'all something, man. How the fuck she own? I'm gonna show you how the fuck she own this shit way over here. Let's see, gotta bring this shit up. I keep telling you, this lady owns 6.6 million acres of the earth land, man. And the rest of it owned by the goddamn Muslims, the motherfucking Amorites, bro. Let me see if I get up here. See that? Look at that. You see that? You see them bonds right there? You see it? Well, your money was supposed to be redeemable in gold. And it turned into a federal note by who? By them Rothschilds, by the bankers, by the real cartels. The first British consoles were issued in 1751. They have now been fully redeemed. The first U.S. consoles were issued in the first U.S. consoles were issued in 1870. Y'all think I just be talking shit, bro? Console, I'm trying to find some. You see that Graham land right there? See, that's supposed to be the South Pole right there. You see this? The Graham land, you see that peninsula right there? It's an island out there called Falkland Island. I got it on. So they got me fucked up without my computer, but I got them still go to the fingertip and make this motherfucker do the Wattissi. Falkland, right there. You see that? You see that? Stanley, you see that? Falkland Island. You see that island right there? You know who owned that island right there? The UK. So the fuck she own this island way over here? You know what land that is right there next? You see Chile up under the bottom of this bitch? Chile. This Drake's Passage right here, dude, how they maneuver through that goddamn ice over there. Huh? You see this right here? You see that peninsula right there? The Antarctic Peninsula that's coming up off Antarctica. Huh? You remember we went down to Oceana when goddamn Teresa Martin got that damn lawyer, and I said, what a wife, his wife named Kenny, and you remember when I first told y'all that there's a continent called Oceana? We ain't never learned nothing about no Oceana in school, all that flat, beautiful water and shit that's hid over there behind this ice. I keep telling y'all some real shit. That's Drake Passage right there. Now, the port for Falkland Island is goddamn Stevens Port, not Stevens Fed. Are you serious? Yeah, Stevens Port right there. Elephant Island, all these, there's plenty of islands in between here. But Argentina tried to jump out there. They went to war about that island, but the British had to keep them off of it. See, this is South America over here. This is where a lot of trading was going on, but if you go south of South America, you're going to run right into, you see how close that shit is? Do you see how close that shit is to Antarctica, man? I was fucking with it today and I got it down. I got it down to about 800-900 miles. But if I know me and how I get down, I get that shit even closer. Just by tapping around and using Chile and going on to the tip. If I go from tip to tip, I bet you that shit closer. But I measured it from remember that 9 Strait I told y'all about? The 9 Strait that separated goddamn the North America, Alaska from goddamn Russia, because all that shit was the Soviet, all that Eurasia, all that shit is owned by them people. The same people, bro. But there's a strait that go through here. There's a strait that go through here between Argentina and Chile. It's a strait that runs through there called the Milan Strait. So I goddamn measured the distance from the Milan Strait to goddamn Graham Land. Graham Land. Right there. It ain't on this one, but it's Graham Land sit right on this goddamn peninsula right here. 800 miles, man, that ain't nowhere. Selling some water. 800 miles, that shit right there. And then they gonna tell you, how the fuck can... Man, these people crazy, man. All people is crazy. All people is weird, bro. All people is weird. How the fuck can you travel from the North Pole to the South Pole to around the ball? All you doing is going down. Going downstream, going down the ocean to the South Pole down here. Then they got this motherfucker tilted. You had one nigga tell me today, goddamn, you just fly the same way you fly, you gonna do that? How you gonna fly over this land, bro? Niggas goddamn ride sideways on water, downhill on the water, man. This water is goddamn flat, bro. Give a fuck what nobody talking about, bro. People crazy, man. They go Argentina right there. This South America. All this good trading and shit over here. Huh? All this good trading and shit over here that we got going on. The Amazon we got out, they try to burn up the goddamn. These motherfuckers crazy, bro. Look it up. Argentina. There it is right there. You see that? Magellan Strait right there. See that straight right there? Look at that. The UK all the way over here. What the fuck the UK doing all the way over here? They surrounding that ice. They running shit. There's some funny business going on with them bitches. We ain't never been able to. I'm gonna play this damn video though. These niggas over here goddamn putting two teaspoons of cocaine in their goddamn coffee, nigga. Fuck y'all talking about. You got the Peruvian flake over this bitch, the Colombian flake over this bitch, the Venezuelan coffee grains and shit over this motherfucking bitch. Everything over this motherfucker. We got our own oxygen. Everything. We got our own goddamn rainforest and started over. Man, I'm finna get the fuck off here. That shit just started my shit over, bro. That shit just started my shit over. I ain't got time to be playing. It's alright. I know what I do. I'm gonna start the damn video. See, I ain't got my laptop. They fucking me in the game with this bullshit. I'm gonna get on their ass tonight. I'm gonna get on their ass tonight. Get on their ass tonight. They just started me over, didn't they, man? This is supposed to They did stop it. They did stop it, first lady, and kept all that shit. Them motherfuckers. Nigga dad both ran across the dude and took his wife and married. That's go. They did stop it, first lady, and kept all the annuities off all those damn bonds. And then you goddamn had them safe deposit box. I keep getting kicked. Yeah, they kicked me. They kicked me out. We started over again. It's all good. I don't know y'all never seen. Niners. I saw bricks. The British Niners was commemorated. You see how they whitewashed this dude right here? You got kicked out too, first lady? I don't know, man. I don't know what's poppin'. I'm gonna come back. What up, AG? Y'all see that dude right there? That dude don't like he black. How they gonna whitewash? This is motherfucking supposed to be the so-called Nimrod, who God was pleased. God was pleased and displeased at the same time with his work. This the motherfucker who supposed to build the Tower of Babel. Don't you know when you get them just rambling on like that chicken head ass girl just be babbling and shit? Know what they call this shit? The Tower of Babel, and land the name Babel. That's where Babylon came from, bro. I'm still buffing. I'm gonna get the fuck off here, y'all. They don't want me. Hey, man, they got me fucked. But I can't bring that shit, y'all, bro. Man, to they phone with his name and facial people. The phone show the king. What up, dope? Stating that he is a sorry king. But anyway, cut to the chase. They whitewashed that nigga, man. Nine is supposed to be Nimrod. These niggas crazy, bro. They don't want you to finish. It's all good. It's a whole lot of shit. I want to get there and get you. Hold up. That's Nimrod. That's where they whitewashed Nimrod at. Name the Niners. You know what I'm saying? According to the Greek historian, writing on the Hellenistic period and later Hellenistic period. Epitomus. Who? Epitomus. Take my headphones.
Eve is Levi, ancient calendar of a Syria. Eponymous. That mean they got that going. Just like the Jews are eponymous race of people. I told you find that shit at, man. The Jews ain't no Germans. They let her prove it to her last night that she proved it to her last night that all the kings about that bitch. Oh, y'all just saying the bloody wrong. I just got done messing with it.
Nah, they start a new live. I don't know what the fuck happened, right? Just refresh, I get. I was saying, I'm all werewolves. Hey, Stephen, I hope I start busting. I don't know. I'm really trying to get it. Over that head, like, them always said, all the motherfucking kings that spread it out. The same way they did in Micah system. They sent some over here, some over here, some over here. They secretly up under you. They establishing that shit. Every king that came up out of the United Kingdom, they said they spoke German. They said they spoke German. I ain't asked for the lie. Y'all just be listening. They spoke German. German, go back to dramatic. If y'all give me put an 8 in dramatic. First lady. Go back to them barbarians. Go back to it's the oldest country in Germany is tried. And you go back and look at all that shit. And you can see all these people. You see these same people, bro. Same thing. This shit just crazy. I'm gonna show you how they got it. I'm gonna show you how they whoop titles at. Not titles, how they whoop they do right here. It's Javon Derek. He is a pseudo master. He the one got down that make the fairy tale with the Jews be true. When they eponymous race. The first time you heard anything about the Jews in that Septuagint down to Alexandria, I showed y'all that. I don't know. But it's good here. Why they got this girl now like she got down Samaritamites? Samaritamites. That's who you supposed to marry, the Samaritamites. But they got that pretty picture, this goddamn look. It's supposed to be 808 BC. It's supposed to be 811 to 808 BC. Why they got this recent ass picture of this girl, young man? Goddamn shit they doing. So she got that. Oh shit. Fuck out of there, man. Hey, you folk crazy, bro. Born in Babylon. I'm trying to tell you, they making this shit up. Just like they made it in the beginning shit up. Post their ass up. So that supposed to be Nas' mother too. But anyway, they did. What up here? His father would be Baal or Belos, according to the new shit. But look here. What I am. King Lighters of number amazing Bible timeline. See? Yep, see? That's what they took number of that. King Nidus, goddamn name. King Nidus was believed to be the father of the ancient capital city of Assyria. Not evil. There were numerous things credited to him as being the first to train dogs and hunting. He was a blessed hunter by the Lord. Lord believed that he was a great hunter, horses and riding, giving him the symbol of the century of the Greek mythology. He is found on the biblical timeline during the 19th century BC. Right during that little 2,000 year gap, I keep telling you, they always started writing the bus shit. I had another article pulled up. I'm gonna show y'all. White corn. It's Nidus. Matter of fact, I get that bullshit out of him now. this shit up there. So they just took old boy's spot. I'm saying Akkadians, Babylonians, Assyrian, they making up all these goddamn names. They making up all these damn names, and it's same people, bro. Nimrod, liars. That's enough.
Showing pictures that match.
I need a nice enough for that. Nimrod. Hey, Keith, Keith, oh, this man. I don't know. I think they could have went in there as archaeologists and shit. Could have been dead. I don't know how long. And going out trying to stake claims to this shit like they know some shit. Ends up beginning. It's the fuck up. I don't know why they end up beginning. They ain't spiritual enough to know in the beginning. Ain't no God can't even no spiritual way up your devil. Babylon will always be a constant. They go to town, straight up. They call it the Tower of Babel because he said, goddamn, he gonna go down and confuse the language of the men who did that shit. This God, man, that niggas were doing some shit, bruh. Man. God, nigga. He seen the great feat they had accomplished, nigga, and said, Solomon, nigga. That nigga said, they goddamn had got together. According to this shit, they use martyr, and now you know they have martyr and all that shit. According to this shit, God was mad at these motherfuckers because they was able to communicate, get along, and accomplish something as a people. What the fuck kind of shit is we gonna keep on following, bro? We see the step pyramid and a lot of more pyramids with steps, you know what I'm saying? Step pyramids, aka Jacob's ladder, climb the ladder into the heavens to be with the Heavenly Father, or, you know, you can go through St. Peter, who holds the key to the gate and all that good shit. You know what I'm saying? More power to you. But they can't give you no remnants of none of this shit. No remnants of none of this shit. Where the Tower of Babel at? But in the book it says that goddamn God said, let us go down. Who the hell is us? Who else? Who you got with you, nigga? Let us go down and confuse the tongues and language of man so they would never be able to complete a feat like this again. That's cool, man. I'm a rap. Oh, what? Who had a Nimrod bait? Who had a Nimrod bait? Want no more? I think I skipped the part when I get down. But y'all know the story, man. Everybody been in the book, man. You gonna go down and confuse the tongues of men and shit. They don't want no more linguistic to talk to no nigga. They don't need no language shit. Ain't no linguistic to this shit. Creation, nigga. Speaks for itself, though. Your consciousness is already ready. Speaks to your consciousness. Don't need no words. That nigga stuff, bro. Your conscience don't talk to you in no motherfucking language, nigga. Yeah, that shit crazy, bro. Tell you, that's gonna hit right in your face, though. You can't tell them motherfuckers, holy roller motherfucker shit. Can't tell them that. They just hit them right upside the head. He supposed to be the son of goddamn Ham, son of Cush, grandson of Ham, grandson of Noah. So you know he supposed to be heavily melanated. You know what I'm saying? He supposed to be heavily melanated. But he took that thing. Look what they did. Look at that. Look at that. Not Nimrod, the other nigga. What matters is that Nimrod is not as matters as Nimrod. Look at that. You see right here? This a song. They try to make it be a song. You see this? What up, E? A song. They stole that from Osiris. A song. You even when they named this land, I said, they washed your history all out of towards the boat landed over there by them. They took all this and started rewriting all this up. And when they got down to Alexandria, that's when they got down, put together that Septuagint. And when they put together that Septuagint, they're going to be the first time the world will hear the word Hebrew. Before what nobody talking about. I go back to the origin. It's the first time the world gonna hear the word Hebrew. The first time the world gonna hear the word Israelite. The first time the world gonna hear the word Jew. Taking you to the point of origin. A whole lot of people know a whole lot of history, but we gotta get the point of origin and stay on point with the time. That's the first time there's a point of origin of that shit. That's the point of origin of that shit. And then you try to tell them, well, show me on some papers or on some walls before this time that people were saying these type words. Wasn't nobody clean on that, man. This is the first time history you gonna get on words and everything was reconstructed after that. They'll tell you, well, this book older than that book, how? I just showed you the timeline of them goddamn bro. I just showed you the Tanakh one older than that, the Torah one older than that. They constructed that book down there in the library of Alexandria. They had to put all of them in Timbuktu and all that shit, man. But niggas want to hold on to what they done learned from these people instead of just goddamn letting that shit go. Ashar, they took this right here straight up from both sides with his rod and that's his stamp though. There's another, that's who they talking about who
Gone through this shit, y'all.
14 people. They were buried up under this man's palace. Telling the story like that a Tower of Babel here right there. Still pyramids carved. That what Nimrod was doing over there. And Shinar. Not to know Asar. And Osiris is goddamn. Osiris is Osiris. Corrupt the story and tell her like they want to. Then they gonna get it. This cartoon shit. All this cartoon shit. You ask them about the Tower of Babel. You ask them about Solomon's Temple. You ask them about anything. They hit you with the cartoon shit. Fuck out of here, man. What is? I looked that up.
If they hate a nigga so bad, man, why the fuck they just didn't go ahead and enslave the whole continent of Africa? If they hated melanated people so bad, why the fuck they just didn't go ahead and enslave the whole continent of Africa? Everyone on got in cahoots with niggas on. Your own people sold you. Nah, nigga, we was already over here. They ran into the natives. They ran into the goddamn copper melanated tone people because of the climate that we go through. Climate. We go through cold weather, hot weather. We go through all the seasons over here, dog. They ain't run you over here on no damn spaceship, no 4 months across no goddamn water. These bitches don't do shit.
I looked it up when I first came on League of Nations.
What up, young Brown?
Look at this nigga Jordan. Look at Jordan watching. Dude, you gotta watch the DC this nigga out.
Appreciate it anyway, man.
Yes, nigga, look at this nigga. All up in the ceiling. Look at that nigga. All up in the ceiling with it. In the center of in the White House Cathedral, goddamn just up there with them Roman gods again. Look at it. He's just up there with them little Roman gods again. Look at all this. What is all this? You got Zeus up there with this little, look at this.
I saw it.
What is all this? These barbarians again all there.
Look at him over the city. Look at him over there with all them Roman gods and shit. Look at him.
Niggas don't want to look at it.
Look at it.
Yeah.
Oh shit, look at this nigga.
Look at some little cartoon picture you seen in your motherfucking Sunday school book every Sunday, nigga. You look just like this, you look just like them little Sunday school books. And nigga had these little Sunday school books talking about Noah's Ark there. You looking at the little two giraffes and zebras going on to the little boat and shit, indoctrinated into this shit.
Joe. Him and old Joe.
That shit goddamn what went on in that hotel because the last shit got that shit so much tied to that JFK shit. John F. Kennedy, them people own that hotel, man.
there's so much connection to that shit to these folks, man. It's a goddamn shame. But ain't nobody right to listen to that. Ain't nobody right to listen and seeing that shit. They, you know what I'm saying? They on the surface level with that shit. The League of Nations.
Well, like the Dallas Cowboys, they in the league, ain't they?
You want to come over like a cow the first. I want to see them flags. You can see it. The League of Nations, man. The League of Nations end up being
the U's will be in old scripts.
End up being Great Britain. Say Great Britain jump on the side with Japan.
Really get that shit to come up.
And Italy. It was just not, it's the same thing. Great Britain, Germany, they acting like they fighting. They acting like they fake beefing. They fake beefing, creating wars, and then making you goddamn be in debt for their fake beef. And then the wars continue, as they take over. You know what I'm saying? And that's why everybody was mad at Great Britain, because they felt like they had so many people on so many sides of the world that they was bagging up and like they was gonna be with them. And when they got what they wanted to deal, like fuck y'all. And that's why people like, man, we don't want y'all shit, man. All that fight we just did, I just lost my mama, sister, cousin. I just lost three brothers in the war. We just lost our land and everything. Nigga, you talking about we still owe you? That's why everybody was upset with them. So that's when they switch roles. Okay, now you be me, I be you. This war.
And still you couldn't goddamn go and get your shit back because you done lost all that shit in the war. You can't go make a claim. They start burning up all the money receipts. What up, Living Dog? They start burning up all the receipts. Why you think they start putting money in infernos and burning the money up? Because those were goddamn contracts and receipts and bonds. Money was a bond, man. Was redeemable in gold. Not no federal note. They goddamn pulled the switcheroo on your motherfucking ass, man. All that shit that was in them goddamn safe deposit boxes and all that shit, you gave all your valuables to these people in wartime and couldn't get your shit back. Yeah, you're gonna be in a depression. Yeah, I'd be depressed too if I done gave all my shit to these motherfuckers, all country and fought for these motherfuckers. Man, come on.
They really got there putting everybody in debt. And fake breaking like they with everybody and all this other shit, bro. Man, everybody know that game, man. It's the oldest game in the book, man. Oldest game in the book, man. Get what you want, then. Come on, bro. I want y'all to see them flags up there. I want to see the flags up there. Ask for the flags. I want to see the flags.
League of Nations. Who is the League of Nations?
The flags of the parties of the League of Nations.
The League of Nations.
According to Senate.com, the Treaty of Versailles officially ended military actions against Germany in World War I and created the League of Nations, an international organization designed to preserve peace.
Yeah, I want to say flag though, bitch. Anyway, it was Great Britain. Only thing they did is replace Germany with Great Britain. You see what I'm saying? They just switching all over the place, putting the United States in debt. Every time Great Britain inherited a debt, it goes to the United States. Man, boy, they played this up to the T, boy. They played this up to the T. They had years of, man, somebody need to blow this bitch up. Somebody need to kamikaze this whole, allegedly, everything alleged on this channel, man. Everything for entertainment purposes and shit like that, bro.
Boom, what up, man?
It's crazy. European colonization. Reluctance to strongly oppose outright invasion in 35, simply because the ocean separated us. Policy that satisfies both interests of Sweden as well as American sense of isolation. I was looking up all that. Neutrality Act 1935. I was looking up the little white sort of castle here the other day. Ensure the victory of Italy's well-equipped modernists. Ease of which Italy overpowered Ethiopia, being of a fascist dictator, the democratic nation was not resist their when I first started this shit, when I was talking about the religion and shit, I took a nigga right back to where Yahweh came from. Where they ain't started it. back to all that shit. That's why I started like that. To get right back to that shit. To get right back to that shit, brother. What's with this history? And it's still on. I'm trying to think of, I was telling y'all to look up. I told y'all to look that shit up. It was,
I appreciate the support, bro. I appreciate it, Eric.
Damn, can't spend, yeah. I'm getting old, bro.
My thought process getting fucked up.
See, all that shit was goddamn convenient and goddamn derived from the Hebrew language. I'm trying to tell you, go back to the origin of everything. These hoes goddamn got about every construct, but they got up by the ball, bro. Everything demonized. All that shit gonna take you back to the demonic text.
Demonic text. That's what they gonna take you back to, man.
There's some tools in it right now where they corrupted that shit. Nigga don't want to admit that shit. No, it's a Taurus or not. I already proved all this shit. That shit is now older than that shit. They corrupt. When they corrupted that shit, I know goddamn good and well. One no motherfucking Comedics or no Ethiopians or nobody writing on that papyrus or Patan Hotel. None of them people talking about in no goddamn beginning. They were just respecting nature. They were just respecting creation. And they were just goddamn living. It was a harmony to life. It was a harmony in the world. It was just, you know what I'm saying? It was just respecting creation. They weren't trying to say they was creation. They weren't trying to say they God. They weren't trying to say they knew a God that didn't fuck with you and fuck with them. They weren't trying to say none of that bullshit. They weren't feeding for none of it. They weren't feeding for none of it. I know it's a bullshit. And I know anything you got them pulling up out of there, trying to Hebrew or Jesus or Yahweh or goddamn Buddha or Krishna, all that came up out of this shit right here. Cause all that shit agree with this God of this goddamn Jew. Every last one of them. You can't get around it because nigga, you're fucking with the same characters they got. And they characters, man, when you close that book, all that shit down. Close that book and all that shit down, then read. That's the only thing you need to read. You don't need to read. They just start learning. Don't even redo that. Because all they want you to do is read some shit, retard some shit. Tell you that. Tell you. Nigga, man. That shit already tampered with, fucked up. That shit messed up, bro. You gotta hear something that's good. You gonna hear something that you like and wanna hold on to. Yeah. Just like a nigga don't wanna let go that where we go when we die. You just energy, nigga. Or where my energy go. I want my energy to go to heaven. I wanna go to the pearly gates. I wanna be sitting up there. I wanna see Tupac and goddamn. I wanna see Malcolm X when I die and all that old shit, nigga. All that shit is theory. All that shit is thought. All that shit is imaginary. Don't nobody know nothing about no heaven or no hell, man. Is that what I'm saying, man? That's what I'm trying to. I did a lot of some of the Mandela effect on that shit right now.
So it is one with three branches. The executive branch, instead of a president as a king, it's pretty much a tiny tweak to the rules. Imagine a president that isn't elected and is only out of office when he dies. That's the new government. If all this fell into place, then maybe, just maybe, the United States could proceed. I'm not saying it's guaranteed. It's at least a slim chance. George Washington was crowned George the First of House Washington, King of the United States. He is crowned in the capital of his own name. Immediately, this is met with global reaction. The revolution becomes.
If George would have been a goddamn king over the 13 colonies instead of the president, he would have been the president of the United States. The first 8 presidents was presidents of the Continental Congress and shit. But I think this video was saying if he would claim kingship to this land, it would have been a whole. I was telling the kings of all those kingdoms was pushing out their word of what was handed down from this so-called God. Each kingdom was pushing out what the word was going to be to the masses of people. You was going to bow down to the kingdom, bro. So the kings spoke the word of God. And whatever they said was the word of God, that was the word of motherfucking God. That's why I'm saying that the whole God concept need to just be
bittersweet. Americans fought and died only to have a monarch on their continent. It's just simply hypocritical during a time that liberty was preached so much. Overall, this new nation with a revolution that feels pointless.
There you go. Nigga, your foot do a hand on the square, nigga. Bitch ass nigga. Fuck you doing all this. That's George III now.
You start off this new nation with a revolution.
That's George III.
During a time that liberty was preached so much. Overall, you start off.
That's George III now.
Man, so is.
That's George III. He ain't know.
That's the one ran that nigga about
to tell me the same motherfucker.
Off this new nation with a revolution that feels pointless.
This nigga foot hanging all on the square and shit. Nigga, just put it on the square now. This damn prophet, look at that nigga here, man. These folks crazy here, man. Show y'all nigga that nigga Moses with them horns hanging out of his head. They look good, got that got down there with them horns on them goddamn feet. Horns growing out like they got their head. They look to get right, nigga. These want bullshit demons will come up for goddamn tell what they demons want bullshit. What? They took it to corrupt niggas. Like, we goddamn invaded everybody. Let they fuck everybody up on their own land, nigga. I done got that come get you and take you nowhere, nigga. Fuck you, man. They fuck you up on your own shit. Every time you hear Indian, goddamn, you gotta understand that that was you.
I'm talking about it right there. They want us to think, goddamn, when they came over here, it was only them on this land. This why this is the new world, because the old world consists of the copper tone. All different colors of melanated people was on this land, bro. And we are the natives that we watch on TV when they be talking about the Indians and shit. They made them be the Mongolians and shit. But all the black people and melanated people supposed to been brought here from Africa and shit. That's why your grandmama and your granddaddy, everybody in your family, you talk to your family member, they're gonna say, yeah, we got Indian in us. Yeah, you know your great grandma was a such and such Indian. You know, you said, that man shot the old dirty bastard, bro. All of us got Indian in us because we are the natives. But they want to tell us that they brought us across goddamn the water for goddamn 4 goddamn months on some goddamn boats and shit. Bullshit, bro. They had already goddamn been in cahoots with Africa, bro. When Afrikaners goddamn came in through the western part of Africa, the top part of Africa, and they came in on them melanated people. That's where they started corrupting and stealing their story. Goddamn war with those people, trying to take their gold and all kind of shit. But they got down and got in cahoots with those people, though, bro. So they was in cahoots to come take everything from the goddamn the old world, which is the Americas, all the way from the top of America to the bottom of America, and mostly goddamn South America, because that's where a whole lot of goddamn great trading was going on down in South America. And later on, I'm gonna show you how close that shit is to goddamn Antarctica, to their biggest kept secret. All their technology is coming from over there, up under all that ice. Them people been know how to maneuver and get around them mountainous regions and icy regions, bro. Ain't nothing new to them. That's their climate. They know how to, man. They got so much shit hidden over there, bro. That's
what community people need to understand. Everybody got to be the truth.
They stole all kind of shit from the goddamn old world in the Middle East and took that shit over there too. Sea vaults and shit, and they took everything over there. That's where all the new technology come from over there with them bitches hiding their shit. They ain't got down. They got us so fucked up. They got us thinking we living on a ball of water, bro. In the middle of nowhere in space. No ground zero, no foundation, no Mother Earth, no none of that shit, nigga. You just spinning around, goddamn, on a Masonic tilt. Just spinning like a motherfucker and traveling through the motherfucking universe. Man.
I'm going back to my class. Morals got some truth. Everybody got some truth. But it's one big ass lie to you. Shit.
as things get bad enough as they did in young America, like a recession, people may just look back at King George III as Britain with nostalgia. It wasn't at least the free and the colonies were stable under the crown. The reaction around the world is not much better. The U.S. isn't just rebels with a new form of government anymore. By having a monarchy, it means they want to be equals to the royalty of Europe, which is a laughable concept to the monarchs. European nobles get family lineage dating back to
European nobles, dang, family lineage dating back hundreds of years. Look at that two-headed motherfucker. I be telling y'all about all the time. That little booty wheel there. That's just that. So we need to get out all the evening. That a two-headed eagle right there on the top, right there in the middle of these motherfuckers, boy. Don't you know these motherfucking folk with family, man, sitting there people at the same way they did the bankers. The bankers got down, the Rothschilds did one son over here, one son over there, and one son out there. They all them to set up shop. Before they set up the banking system, they had already set up these kingdoms. Before they goddamn freaked us with the goddamn Federal Reserve, before they did that shit, they already set up shop with these kingdoms, nigga. These brothers and sisters doing this shit. They can tell you they fighting each other and shit. Yeah, we gonna fight and shit. Now we're in debt. We need you to help us pay our debt because we went to war for you. Man, you goddamn load up playing with your sister and wrote that shit down, and all y'all got their own military. All the military got to come through the goddamn charter through goddamn England, nigga. You running the world, nigga. Fuck you, we ain't owe you shit. We did all this fighting. They had lost my goddamn uncle, my goddamn granddad. I done lost two of my brothers to the goddamn war fighting for you, bitch. Now you gonna tell me we owe you, hoe? And we still owe you fighting for you? Nah, we gonna fight against you now. Okay, come on, fight against me then. Okay, guess what? You won. We gonna fund you. We gonna give you some. We gonna fund you. We gonna fund you. We gonna give you some tanks. We gonna give you some goddamn battleships and everything. We gonna give you some battleships, some tanks, some submarine. What else you need, bitch? How the fuck the Soviet Union got the Nazis and the Soviets, man, that fucked us all the way up, bro. You turn around and you fight against the Brits for independence that you never get. Then you turn around and you fight against Germany, which is the same people, and they tell you you won a war that you never won. And then after you get to fight against them, immediately you go against the world superpower now, which becomes Russia, and now you want to goddamn fight over nukes and rush to the moon. Don't you understand what I'm telling you? These same people ran tricks around this place, bro. You fight against the Brits. The Brits is German, Russia, all the motherfuckers in cahoots. You fight against the Brits for your own independence because then you help the Brits fight against Germany because Germany is allegedly supposed to goddamn be in a motherfucking war against the British against the Germans. Man, get the fuck out of here. The same people. Then you turn around and try to fight for your independence against the Brits because they done tricked the fuck out you and got you fighting, and you can't goddamn break free from these motherfuckers. Then you goddamn go into debt when you do that. Then you go into a goddamn fight against Germany, against the Nazis. With the Soviet high in their hand, they in cahoots like a motherfucker. Then after they tell you you done won that war, now you all of a sudden immediately got to go to fight against Russia. Well, all three of them motherfucking entities are together. Tricking you thinking you done did something, you got the greatest military of all times and all this shit. Now we watching motherfuckers go to the goddamn moon. Duh. What they doing while we doing all this dumb shit? They goddamn perfecting artificial sciences. What they perfecting? They perfecting robotoids and cloning and shit. Genetic splicing and shit. They all up under the ice over there building all kind of shit. They got coal, they got oil, they got all that shit over there. When they come out to take your natural resources, gonna make you suffer, make you bow down to them. And you ain't never won no war against none of these goddamn people, man. All the goddamn world stage, bro. Man, I'll bet you on goddamn sign this paper, sign this debt. Okay, fuck it, you won.
United States ain't never lost a damn war. Let them tell the nigga ain't never did shit. We got that rain on some bullshit. Ain't found no weapons of mass destruction. Ain't found nothing. Ain't never did a damn thing. No, they ain't won shit. How the fuck you want a war against Germany? Nigga, Germany still running this shit. We still ran by the Jews, nigga. You want a war against Great Britain? Ain't brought no gold, no jewels, no nothing on, nigga. This same double-head eagle right here, the same double-head eagle right here that I be showing you all the time. It's these same damn people. God, they crazy, man. They never won shit with some debt. The only thing you won was a more debt. Nigga, they been playing chess and Monopoly with your ass for goddamn 3-4 other years, nigga. They got you thinking it's 2,000 years, nigga.
There's old money to the system. So when a country already perceived as backwards decides to be unequal, it's either treated as a joke or an insult, rebelling against the legal king to crown somebody of no noble birth harms the United States' ability to form legitimate relationships with the rest of the world in such a crucial time. It also prevents the relationship between Britain and America to heal. It's a direct challenge to the historical authority of the British Crown. The United States why should he be treated as an equal? This encourages the Brits to bully the weaker United States by the turn of the century. The French, who overthrew their own king, would feel insulted that the U.S. would turn their back on a republic. So the relationship with the French is even worse in this alternate scenario. King George Washington would rule over a confused nation. He would die in 1797, leaving a fractured country behind. Who would replace him? George Washington had no children. His only stepson died back in the war. So, who would be the new king of the United States? Washington's step-grandson, George Washington Parke Custis. He is crowned as George II, a man who has no further qualifications except for being kind of related to Washington. This only weakens the legitimacy of the American crown. The nation, of course, is altered by the life of one man for decades at a time. Not very stable. This isn't something that people would put up with. By the 1810s, Europe is finishing its war with Napoleon. The United States has stayed on the sidelines for the entire time. Britain didn't focus much on the U.S. until at least the United States begins to be a threat, threatening Canada. The U.S. had prospects on Canada, which is one of the reasons why there is the War of 1812. And in this alternate timeline, the War of 1812 would still occur. In our timeline, this was a sideshow for Britain. After fighting France, they could have cared less about the conflict against the U.S. Yet in this alternate timeline, relationships are worse. The United States had insulted the crown by setting up an illegitimate king, perhaps even interacting with the House of Bonaparte during the Napoleonic Wars on a few occasions. The British might have much more interest in revenge, one that they could actually try in. By now, the American people wouldn't be united.
The British got more interest in revenge on you motherfucking niggas. We told y'all to set up governments and shit, but we ain't tell y'all bitches y'all gonna be independent of this goddamn crown. We're gonna fight for our independence, motherfucker. Okay, go ahead, bitch. We own all this shit.
The United States has become nothing more than a dominion of a king, keeping control over independent states.
That's another time when we started thinking too.
This tarnishes the very...
That's another thing when we started thinking too. When they kept on some of the Louisiana Purchase and Napoleon and shit. I said, man, this shit too recent, bro. That's where the 21 gun salute came from when Napoleon went and shot the nose off the speed with the cannons and shit. I'm like, man, this time period, this shit ain't right, bro. This shit ain't right. Napoleon supposed to went to war against the Haitian, and the Haitian whooped his ass, and he come out of the Haitian running, he supposed to goddamn, he already supposed to own Louisiana, that's where the Louisiana Purchase came from. When he sold Louisiana, he supposed to want to east and shit. You can't tell him shit. You know what he supposed to goddamn, he ready to kill you. Ain't no soldiers goddamn shoot that Sphinx nose off, hit him with that count of 21 times. That's where the 21 gun salute supposed to came from. So I'm saying Napoleon, all this shit, man, this shit right here, just what in the front of these times of what he motherfuckers got. Man, we had to goddamn be dumbed down not to know shit. Man, nigga, this shit wasn't no, the Bible wasn't no goddamn 6,000 year history. I told you, goddamn, he in 4,000, scratching that shit out. Anybody gonna write a story? They gonna write a story right now. Yeah, in the beginning of 1752, that was just that shit. I can write that shit. I write like I want to write. Shit crazy. Right beyond the national government. Fuck the way they go. The United States and United Kingdom go to war, and the British sent far more men, equipment, and ships to North America. The Americans may have a standing army, yet they're no match against the force that just fought against Napoleon. The British you just heard say that he wasn't no match, bro. And you would have stayed with you. How the fuck you went to war against the kingdom, bitch? How the fuck you go to war against the kingdom, man? You hear them folks that they just sitting, man, they just sitting, them niggas where you go there, knock them over, goddamn, knock the rolls upside they fucking head over there. Man, we just want to be able to do what we want to do, man. Y'all try to tax us, man. Let us set up our own government, man. Shit. Okay, you can be independent, man. All these little things, you can all do all that, but just know, bitch, I'm your dad, oh. Fuck around with you, man. This shit crazy. United States got 30 niggas trying to find a kingdom. Equipment and ships in North America. The Americans may have a standing army or the dominion of a king, keeping control of the United States that didn't really want him. This tarnishes the very idea of a national government. The United States and United Kingdom go to war. The United States. The United States go fight the United Kingdom, dog. The colony gonna fight the goddamn kingdom. And win. They say they won. They said, Papa United States just pop the firecracker out. This ain't shit. There's far more men, equipment, and ships to North America. The Americans may have a standing army, yet they're no match against the force that just fought. That's just like, man, that's just like, these motherfuckers got to give you some shit to fight with and everything. Bitch, what you need? You want to fight us? Okay, come on, motherfucker. What you need? You need some tanks, motherfucker? Okay, how many tanks you need, bitch? You want a submarine or two? How many you want, motherfucker? What else you need? You need some artillery? You need some guns? Okay, we gonna give you that too. Okay, check. What else you want, motherfucker? You want a couple of fighter jets? Okay, we're gonna get some fighter jets, motherfucker. All right, here you go. How many more you need? These motherfuckers get. Oh, shit. The little fuck ass 13 colonists gonna goddamn fight against the motherfucker who owned everything, nigga. They motherfucker goddamn already been all up through Africa and everything. These motherfuckers in cahoots, nigga. You got all them Eurasians over there, all them people from that side already ready for your stupid ass. These what you better go to war against the goddamn kingdom, motherfucker. You should have never let them in. You started fighting them after they had already them bamboozled your motherfucker. You should have been fighting them all the time instead of getting with them to fight against your own damn people. Y'all was
Napoleon, the British burned Washington, D.C., sending the government into exile and devastate the Americans. The people, already demoralized, began calling it quits on the country. The spirit of revolution has been dead for a while. This was the final nail. What was the point if America was just going to be another monarchy? So states would simply break away after the fall of Washington, D.C. Central authority only brought a king, so by doing the exact opposite, leaving the Union, this could be seen as an act of liberty. Perhaps some states joined back into the British Commonwealth, perhaps some joined Canada. Overall, the United States just breaks up. It was a national experiment, one that was betrayed by men, wanted to make this new nation ruled by a king. One big hypocrisy.
So that's how the nose got knocked out. Napoleon said he hit it with a cannon, 21, that's the shit I got. So he hit the goddamn nose, knocked the nose of the Sphinx out with a cannon. So he fired 21 shots at it with a cannon. That's how the nose of the Sphinx got knocked out. And then when I said, man, when I put the gun out, like, man, Napoleon, man, this is a recent shit. Napoleon posed a so-called one of a Navy trying to goddamn wreak havoc. The Haitian whooped that ass. He called by the Haitian. Come back through made the Louisiana purchase, sold Louisiana, and one of them goddamn Egypt when he went up and commit. And that nigga, him and his soldiers hit that Sphinx with them cannons. 21 gun salute post came from Napoleon. Real shit. ain't know that. That's where this shit supposed to come from. That's where the 21 gun salute come from. The police knocking their nose out their space. That's what I'm saying. They go up to these times. That shit too close. Look, 2,000. Yeah, I'm gonna nail them 2,000 there. I'm gonna nail that shit down some more. I'm gonna nail them years down. I like messing with time. I like to catch the ass. I'm gonna catch the ass some more. I'm trying to find someone slicker than that. I don't know.
The revolution, the very idea that was the United States of a...
That was a fun ass little video though, man. The little video we told a whole lot of shit. Get all that where I want to get this. Put this out right quick. What this is? I don't want to fuck with that. I don't fuck with that. Dope boy came over with this shot of the dope boy. You came over with dope? Sound like it, yeah. Sound like it, yeah. So this nigga, that nigga go. I don't give a fuck. I don't know what these niggas be tripping off of. What kind of production going on, what they be tripping off of, but I don't know what they be on with this nigga shit, bro. Boom. What they eat like this, them ain't dreads hanging all down behind a nigga head. They'll dig, wow. That nigga Zach. Yeah, what ain't him was a little like still too much. It was what the fuck the business is. Reveal all that. What's going on? Like that. All them Playboy Bonnie, Playgirl. Hey, niggas got that world class food. What up, goddamn? What up, my nigga? Shit, I don't these niggas no more. Dude, we want you to know. This is what we want you to know. Tell them, dope. Tell them, dope. Shit. From top to bottom, it was a rich with a whole weight, nigga. This shit crazy. The headquarters of goddamn the Crown Plaza in the United Kingdom. Yeah, so is. Yeah, the honorable head of the European nation. We're about to wash their hands on the 80th day of this month of being a part of the European nation, the European Union. On the Trump day, on the 88th day of this year, they're gonna wash their hands being part of the European Union after all this time. Because they already cashed in all the bonds and shit from all the wars and consolidated debt they have collected on your motherfucking ass. Yeah, that was a real shit.
Which I'll get into on this situation. But that's the situation. We're not dealing with an election. We're dealing with whether there is in the United States, in the top layers of society, the moral fitness to survive.
I don't know what that is.
And so far, the vote is in the leadership of the Democratic Party and the Republican Party. Neither is morally fit to survive. There's unmorally fit to survive.
What up, my nigga?
Back in the 1920s and the 1930s. If we allow this to happen, we will get the same kind of treatment. But the victim
is the same as that Elizabeth Street.
That's what we said. We have to win this war against that human power. This is a long-standing fight. For me, it's a long-standing fight ever since I was trying to service in Asia toward the end of the last World War. I was in Northern Burma, now called Myanmar, and in Calcutta area, in Bengal. And I saw the British Empire face up in those circumstances and elsewhere. I know the British Empire. Truman was a victim of the British Empire. Look, there's just a case of this thing. Franklin Roosevelt's intention at the close of World War II, before he died, his intention at that period, was to eliminate colonialism and all forms of imperialism for this planet. His intention was that once the peace had been secured, if the power of the United States developed through its agro-industrial and scientific power, which is the greatest power this planet had ever seen from any single source, if this power was going to be used by converting the war machine, which the United States had assembled to deal with the war against Hitler, to assemble that machine and transform it into a machine of production, and as Roosevelt spelled out specifically, to take nations or continents moments, and they were talking about what we now have called the John Lear disclosure briefing. And, Art was talking about, okay, what if the government asked me, Art Bell, to sit in on a disclosure meeting about UFOs, and then I had to make a decision on whether I was able to whether they were here or not, real or not. What would I do? Very compelling. And I want you to just listen to this because it will set the stage for tonight's interview with John Lear. Okay, let's say the government chose me. You can get customized insurance and save money with Liberty Mutual.
I be doing all kind of shit. Sound like a Pope.
Let me ask you at home, and even the guys here in the studio, a question. Let's say your boss offered you an easier way to log onto your computer in the morning, or bypass having to get change from the vending machine, or even get through a secure door by having a microchip planted in your hand. Anyone? Yes? Anyone? Yeah, well, it's apparently happening, and not everybody's happy about the idea. President Trump's son-in-law has a 41-story size problem at 666 Fifth Avenue. Jared Kushner's company still holds half of
666 on Fifth Avenue.
Forcing the Kushners to look overseas for investors.
666 on Fifth Avenue. That's it. That shit is no more. Ain't no way.
666 Fifth Avenue.
666 Fifth Avenue. You dig?
Let me ask you
I think this shit is goddamn wicked nigga. 88.
At home, and even the guys here in the studio, a question. Let's say your boss offered you an easier way to log onto your computer in the morning, or bypass having to get change from the vending machine, or even get through a secure door by having a microchip planted in your hand. Anyone? Yes? Anyone? Yeah, well, it's apparently happening, and not everybody's happy about the idea. President Trump's son-in-law has a 41-story size problem at 666 Fifth Avenue. Jared Kushner's company still holds half of the $1.2 billion mortgage and hasn't paid a cent.
666 Fifth Avenue.
Investors. 666 Fifth Avenue, a prime piece of New York City's skyline, just 6 blocks from Central Park. Jared Kushner decided to take in his trophy in 2007.
This was the deal that Jared
Everything we got, shit. On credit cards, phones, and everything.
Get the seller's attention. Kushner offered a big price, $1.8 billion, a record at the time. And the 26-year-old CEO of Kushner Companies borrowed aggressively to get the deal done.
They paid a peak price. Prices for real estate were
Gold bar. They know they killed them like gold bar, gold style. Get the fuck out of here. Same folks, man.
It's absolutely big time, but it's very
13.
Raise cash. Kushner sold off some of the building's retail space and later had to bring in a partner. After the deal, Chinese companies fell through.
Kushner.
They were told government
Kush. Random Kush. Kush. They took the names. Kush. Kushner.
Turkish official is telling the Associated Press that we have just received police have found evidence
Kushner's the man of gold.
Khashoggi was killed inside the Saudi consulate. All of this as Secretary of State Mike Pompeo is in Saudi Arabia meeting with the prince and the king over Khashoggi's disappearance.
U.S. intelligence officials have concluded that Saudi Arabia's
Y'all remember when goddamn Trump struck them deals with old boy? He ain't want them to do no goddamn spend them billions with them and all that shit. Then when it came time for him to put them hoes out. Y'all remember I did a video on that shit? This might be it. Trump over there shaking hands and kissing ass, trying to get that man to goddamn. I think that nigga had killed the reporter or something, had him knocked off or some shit, man. That shit was so obvious, man. Then Trump like, I can't say whether he did it or not. He did great.
Prince was behind the journalist's killing.
Yeah, this is right here. The court in Israel still out. Them always got that gangster one.
Any obvious conflict of interest. Family, after all, might have to take her money to make this become profitable. Kushner's proximity to power might also help attract that money.
Someone connected to the president. That could bring in lenders, that could bring in partners, that might be interested. Nobody's concluded. I don't know if anyone's going to be able to conclude that the Crown Prince did it, but I will say this, I don't know.
No, he did. Nigga, shut up.
But whether he did or whether he didn't, he denies it vehemently. His father denies it, the king, vehemently. The CIA doesn't say they did it. They do point out certain things, and in pointing out those things, you can conclude that
They do point out certain things, like they try to goddamn put a motherfucker look-alike in that bitch, just like with Kanika Jenkins, but the motherfucker's shoes weren't fit. His feet weren't fit the shoes of the man who came on business, so he had to wear his own shoes out of the place, which was caught. Cause he had these Kanika Jenkins nigga that watch everything, nigga. Motherfucker, I remember that. The man who came on missing was told to stop talking about, tweeting and talking about him on Facebook or Twitter, some shit like that. And they showed him going inside the building, just like a nigga went inside the hotel, come on missing now. Then they tried to make a look-alike come out of there and walk, just like they had a look-alike walk out of there, but the motherfucker had on the wrong motherfucking shoes. His feet weren't fit inside the shoes the man had on, so he had to wear his own shoe. I remember this shit now. And this nigga over there, the whole time, this nigga over there striking deals, wanting to get down the Crown Prince to spend money with. Why, man, hey, man, I'm telling you, cahoots.
maybe he did or maybe he didn't.
That's why they talk all this shit to Iran, man. Them niggas is not finna fuck with Iran. Me and Doe was in this chat telling y'all the whole time, man, them motherfuckers ain't finna do shit with Iran, period. All that shit be world stage, they ain't finna do shit to Iran. They fuck around and fuck with Iran, they gonna be a real World War III against goddamn man, they ain't finna do it, bro. They ain't finna do it, cause all of them in cahoots, bro. Tell you. Yeah, what kind of goddamn conversation is that?
Saudi Arabia is tremendously helpful in the Middle East. If we wouldn't have Saudi Arabia, we wouldn't have a big base, we wouldn't have any reason probably. I mean, if you look at Israel, Israel would be in big trouble without Saudi Arabia.
Y'all hear that shit? Y'all hear that shit? Saudi there. The United States' biggest embassy is in goddamn Iraq. They ain't finna fuck with Iran, bro. That's the only place I told y'all that's where it's legal to sell, buy, trade, organs, body parts, all that shit. They ain't finna fuck with them. I'm trying to tell you some real shit.
So what does that mean? Israel's going to leave? Want Israel to leave? We have a very small town.
Israel goddamn run you. That's why you ran your ass over there off the top. Ain't shit holy about you, motherfucker. You are a Knights Templar. Your mother and father are KKK members, Ashkenazi Jews. The fuck you mean? Keep telling y'all this shit, been telling y'all this shit for 3 years. Nigga, you ain't finna do shit, man. Everybody who put money behind your ass is an Ashkenazi Jew. Everything around you except your wife who is an Orthodox Jew who is married to Kushner. That's where the goddamn Russian connect come in, motherfucker. Khazarians. Y'all motherfuckers are brothers. Keep telling y'all this shit, bro.
We have an ally that said they did not commit at the top level. Crown Prince, the king, they did not commit this atrocity, and it's an atrocity. It's a terrible thing. I dislike it more than you do.
Yeah, I bet you. Trump.
Maybe the world should be held accountable because the world is a vicious place. The world is a very, very vicious place.
So you don't blame the world. You don't blame the world and stuff. responsible for killing them motherfuckers?
Do it, son.
Peep game.
World. Hand on the globe, yeah.
Fuck daddy ball.
Hand on
We live on
the
a water
globe,
ball.
yeah. The
Fuck
world.
here, dog. See these
You
niggas?
got that good weed on the water ball, motherfucker. See these motherfuckers. Yeah. What you looking like that for? Maybe you pressed up.
System, which we need desperately. For years, Congress has required biometric entry, exit, visa tracking systems, but it has never been completed. The politicians are all talk, no action, never happens, never happens. Hillary Clinton, all talk. Unfortunately, when there is action, it's always the wrong decision. You ever notice? In my administration, we will ensure that this system is in place.
Get out this corner with
And I will tell you, it will be on land, it will be on sea, it will be in air. We will have a proper tracking system.
Yeah, tracking everything.
Tracking
The
everything.
White House knows that group of more than 40 Silicon Valley heavyweights and other major business leaders in the United States in an effort to plot a course forward on American development of artificial intelligence. The Trump administration on Thursday announcing it is establishing a panel of federal officials to focus on AI issues and work with the private sector, in part to keep up with the growing.
All that artificial intelligence and all that high technology, plasma TVs before they came out, all the man, the Soviets, goddamn. Man, what happened to them goddamn Soviets? The orange one, the fool. What happened to them Soviets? Jimmy Carter was a goddamn robotoid, man. I'm trying to tell y'all some real shit, man. This shit been popped off. Them Soviets living goddamn motherfucking, man, they living their God, their life up under that goddamn ice over there. Where them motherfucking Soviets at, nigga?
What the hell? Come on.
The meeting comes as welcome to tech firms, while many in the U.S. are urging President Donald Trump to improve his frosty relationship with leaders of Silicon Valley. A great deal is at stake. Indeed, the future of many industries that include driverless vehicles, biometric identification, and robotics. Indeed, the future of many industries that include driverless vehicles, biometric identification, and robotics.
Man, that shit
Indeed,
behind
the
time.
future of many industries that include
All this shit
driverless
already
vehicles,
perfected, man. All this shit bullshit. They
biometric
already perfected all this shit.
identification, and robotics.
I'll bet you got
You know, if you go out and you want to buy groceries, you need a picture on a card. You need ID.
Yeah.
You go out and you want to buy anything, you need ID and you need your picture.
You don't need ID, nigga. What's wrong with that? Keep up with ID. You hear me? You're not
Planting
with all ID.
microchips in its employees in the skin of their hands. The latest office innovation is a microchip implanted in the skin. This is the first American company to ever try it.
Shit, your head down. They shit all the computers down, nigga. Y'all niggas crazy.
Times say, quote, Jared is doing a great job for the country. I have total confidence in him. I am determined
Bastard, goddamn.
that it is time.
They want to get from one place to another as fast as they can, man. They got goddamn underground shit. They can goddamn take them from one state to another so goddamn fast. It's a goddamn shame, man. I did videos on that shit. What up, Muggy? I ain't see you. What up, Muggy? Yeah, they added to that shit, man. They already living up on that motherfucking shit. They already living good up under that. And plus, they got all kind of scientific labs under there where they doing all the fuck shit that they been doing the whole time. Generations. Of this bullshit against creation. I'm telling you, they doing some whole, they doing all kind of bullshit. That's why that little spot where Nipsey was so important. I showed everybody that them goddamn goddamn 7 Emirates, them motherfuckers, the Crown Prince, them motherfuckers over there tweeting about that same property lot the month before that man got killed, bro. Where did he go get that money from? He didn't get that money from Gross. When I say he was fucking with that Arab money, and everybody, hey, fed crazy, man. If you go to that property, you go to that property of the Marathon, that lot, put in that lot ID number, you gonna see that them Arabs that's off into goddamn big time, you know what I'm saying, land development and all that shit. They was tweeting about that same goddamn property the month before that man died, the month after he bought that motherfucker. I'm telling you. No, but anytime I bring some real shit to the table, them niggas would not fuck with it. That's very important, nigga. This nigga from Eritrea. Eritrea is not Ethiopia. This nigga from Eritrea, so that means he is up under the goddamn 7 Emirates. Dubai. Y'all know the 7 goddamn Emirate states. The Emirates are the goddamn Arabs, the Muslims, the Crown Prince, them. You understand? That's who bag Eritrea. That's who bag Eritrea's army. They are not goddamn part of the British. They're not part of... Man, them same there you go. Underground tunnels under the... There you go, Irene. There you go, goddamn Muggy. There you go, goddamn motherfucker. I don't like that shit. It's deeper than rap, my nigga.
It's time. Why you doing your hands like that? Y'all think that we doing a little hand thing like that for the fun of
Israel. He was cautioned not to do it by advisors and world leaders. President Trump insisted 22 years of doing the same thing in Israel has yielded nothing in terms of peace, so he is going to shake it up. Last year, President Trump announced to the world that the United States would recognize the truth. That is the capital of Israel. Vice President Donald Trump's son-in-law / advisor Jared Kushner was in Jerusalem at the Palestinian territories on Wednesday.
Palestinian territories? You saying two motherfuckers just gonna keep fighting forever? Muslims and Christians, Palestinians against Israelis against Palestinians, just keep fighting forever? I'm the same motherfucker. Shut the fuck up, bitch.
West Bank city of Ramallah, where he met with Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas. The leaders on all sides and Kushner did not deliver any statements following those meetings. They did not give any indication of progress in their talks.
Yeah, your boy go David Freeman. That was David Freeman up in that motherfucker.
He's throwing on the side.
This process between the two sides, however, no detail of what that process entails.
He's throwing on the wrong side.
That motherfucker right there, you looking at on that screen right there, he tells the United States military what move they gonna make, when they gonna move, and how. Bitch, you make one more move, we gonna send the U.S. military at your motherfucker there. We gonna send goddamn 4,000 more U.S. troops into that bitch. Oh shit, not the president, this motherfucker right here. I'm telling you, man, this motherfucker makes moves. This motherfucker called the moves of the U.S. Army right there, that motherfucker right there. And the rest of them goddamn, the rest of those militaries, you might just wake up in China, might own the Navy. Yeah, that's right, China owns the U.S. Navy at this point. It's a whole new regime. They're gonna change the whole regime. This shit gonna become a third world country. Y'all just watch the same thing. Y'all just goddamn, let's keep living long enough. You're gonna see everything I say take place.
Trump can't get in, put all them nice soldiers in position, man. Put all those stuff back on stage. He told y'all he was the last American president.
Take him out.
President Trump's first trip abroad placed him at the Vatican today.
They show he was taking a nigga hand and shit. Look at Jared Kushner. Jared Kushner now. Yeah.
White House tonight, President
Man, I was in the show. He was chicken the folk man.
what he said during the photo
He was chicken the folk man with his finger and shit. There you go, throwing it up. Throw that shit up.
and hinted at some sort of oncoming storm during a photo op in the White House hearing room. President Trump made
Look on like she like ski losers and goddamn crazy, bro.
Pretty disturbing comment while surrounded, of course, by his military leaders, Secretary of Defense, National Security Advisor, all of his generals.
I share the question that was raised in that room, Margaret. What storm is the president referring to?
The White House is refusing to clarify what the president meant, and if you play up that full tape, you have reporters repeatedly say to the president, "Sir, what storm? Which storm?"
Some of them motherfuckers had to go through testing and go through. They pick certain families to goddamn let them come over here because they got to goddamn know not to goddamn intermingle with the motherfucking melanated people over here. That's why they come over here. They try to treat you so bad, but you can't. When them Arabs, they come over. No Arabs get out with you. Them Arabs, when you kiss them Arabs, but them other motherfuckers come over here, they don't fuck with you. Shit, yeah, they incorporate. They had to come right on over here. The same way they do the rap game now. That's why you got all these foreign rappers and shit. All these motherfuckers foreigners, nigga. Shit, like niggas can't, like, we don't know how to rap. We don't know how to play basketball over here. Shit. The last tunnel was a lesbian. A lesbian ran through Texas. Oh, okay.
But he says,
you'll find out. They're a fool, what? Man, I thought they were gonna show the interactions with him in the Crown Prince. He was over there trying to get him to spend billions and millions of dollars. He's like, man, that's just a drop in the bucket for you. You know, 45 billion, we need that, and you do that, and you do this. Over there in cahoots with the man, then when the goddamn come over, the man, the goddamn killed that reporter, man. Y'all gotta go look that shit up. I did a video on it. I don't know where it's at. I don't know. I forgot, but I remember that shit. And then he tried to goddamn act like the man came out the building and had dressed him up in the person who was killed clothes. The Crown Prince had told him to shut the fuck up and stop tweeting about him and shit. So, and all that. Man, dope boy, you remember that shit?
Busiest airport in the world, a terminal F check-in, and is now as simple as look, smile, and click. Delta's outbound international passengers no longer required to scan their passports or carry a ticket. It's pretty simple. You walk up to the kiosk, tap facial recognition. The camera recognizes your face from your passport photo already on file and checks you in. When you check a bag, no need for a passport or a ticket. The camera recognizes your face again. By early next year, your face will be your boarding pass for TSA. Same process for boarding a flight, facial recognition. And I'm on the Homeland Security already uses the cameras for international passengers, scanning their faces, how far apart your eyes, your ears, your chin, your mouth, boasting at 98% accuracy. Now, Delta's international
Henry Clone.
within 2 years, running in Atlanta. The future.
I know it's too easy. The clone, a nigga let him clone go on that bitch. Oh yeah, that shit on our cell phone. Oh fuck.
To release this information.
They're about some good info, man. They all about some good info. Every time it's bullshit. Want some good info, man. Good thing. I can't play it on video. I almost got it on video. So they said, goddamn, all, she said, all goddamn British kings. Germanic said, what's that? That's it.
I'm going to discuss the 7 Years' War on the 1956 War. A few themes that are very prevalent during this time. That was one of Empress's emerged with tradition, powerful and irritable, and the British succession. And
So long you damn live. Fucking on the mic, man.
This is Democracy Now!, democracynow.org, the War and Peace Report. I'm Amy Goodman. Today in this special broadcast, we begin with the words of Frederick Douglass. Born into slavery around 1818, Douglass became a key leader of the abolitionist movement.
Circumnavigating around some round water, but most of us over here already know that, but we can't get this God thing under control and see what's going on with these wars. Like, how in the fuck do, oh my bad, boom, 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 boom. We live, man. It's your boy LPD, Flat Earth Discussion. Oh, this motherfucker flat. 3GD, 3G deception. We can just knock the gravity on off the shit. You know what I'm saying about? Just 2G. Fuck 5G. We're going back to 2G. God and globe, nigga. Man, I don't know how the fuck I got caught up in the middle of this third world, this 3G, this three-dimensional ass shit. But you know you got two-dimensional and that's like flat, then they make it third-dimensional, they give you this illusion of circumnavigating around some round water, but most of us over here already know that, but we can't get this God thing under control and see what's going on with these wars. Now the country back, most of the country back in fear and thinking about going to war, and then you got to send troops. You know, Israel gonna send some troops, some of your babies, over there for some bullshit for the world stage. I told y'all, man, when Trump got in office, the first thing he did was run to Israel Israel, the Knights Templar, put in place. And the first thing he did was grab Jerusalem and make Jerusalem the capital of the so-called holy state, the so-called holy land, which became a state in 1944-45, which was in conflict with the Palestinians that was there because the Palestinians had been there before them, getting along, trading, doing all kind of shit with the people of the black land. We're going to say black land today, Africa. Ain't got shit to do with the Americas. Africa is in the middle of this shit. The Middle East is the Middle East. So how the fuck do North America, the United States of America, be in the middle of everybody's bullshit? By design, man. But y'all can't goddamn peep the whoop-de, bro. But I'm going to keep on trying to show you the whoop-de. I'm going to keep on trying to show you the whoop-de, man. I'm going to keep on trying to show you the whoop-de. The Christian Crusaders, right? I'm going to try to break down what Young Brown be telling y'all all the time about these stolen identities and all this shit. I'm trying to break this shit down. I don't know how long I'll be on here. 4 armies of the Crusaders were formed from troops of different Western European regions. But see, they gonna tell you that the Christ thing started after Jesus was born. They gonna tell you that Christos and Christus mean the chosen one, the golden one, all this. But see, we already in a retrace history. We know the first kingdoms, allegedly, according to their history, the first kingdoms was in Egypt, according to their history. But down in South America, you got a place called Peru that can put up a fight on that shit. The North Chicos. Norte Chicos, not I'm talking Latin and French. But they say they can't understand me. You shouldn't be able to understand no country ass nigga from Alabama, goddammit. Oh boy. You got some places down in South America that can dispute that, right? I told y'all, with that Anian Strait, they wiped out a whole 3, 4, 5 generations of history with just saying that's a myth. But then they come back and say it's a barren strait, and it's the same strait. The little 2-mile stretch right between Russia and Alaska, aka North America. But we got QTPie in here that'll tell us the flight patterns. They just now, last year, started saying they're going to start having straight flights from Russia to Alaska. Why they ain't been had straight flights from Russia to Alaska? Why you been having layovers when you fly from Russia to Alaska? Why the flight patterns weren't just a straight line? Don't you know in different seasons when that motherfucking ice freeze up, that little 2 miles across that ice, motherfuckers walk from Alaska from Russia into Alaska, which is North America. Walk right into that motherfucker. And this is how they want to tell you that the first Americans came into North America by way of their history. But that's not true. Motherfucker was already over here. Motherfucker was already. Why would it take you 6 goddamn hours to fly from Russia to Alaska? Goddamn it, if the motherfucker's right there next door. Man, niggas love to be lied to. What they hiding, bro? And then when you go and look up this 3000 BC in Egypt, the first kingdom of Egypt, according to their history, that shit is even distorted. But even by their history, you can fuck them up. 3,000 BC, a kingdom was in Egypt, but no one was speaking on no God of no Jew. It wasn't even a goddamn Jew yet. The Jew didn't come along until they wrote that damn book. What I keep telling y'all, it wasn't no such thing as this shit. And if it was a God, it was an unseen presence. It was an unseen presence, an unseen feeling, emotion that you knew that you was a part of something great. And existence came through the sun. So the sun was, whatever it was, great. It was feeding this energy through the sun for us to exist. The same way it do now. And everybody was listening. Everybody was listening. Studying the stars, astrology, astronomy. You understand me? All the creation within the universe was everybody's university. Everybody was sharing information on what they see and what they can know, what they can prove, what they see and what they can prove. No faith, no belief, only what they can see and what they can prove and how it made them feel. And how they can harmonize and be in creation and listen to creation. Not the birds, I'm talking about creation talking, nigga. Creation talking, and they ain't got no linguistics. Creation been talking. But somebody came along and pimped their pen and started talking for creation. But they mad old fed though. Anyway, back to my point. So they was already talking about Christos and all that shit, because when you know you get down from Philip of Macedonia, you understand me? And then you go down to Alexander the First, Alexander the Great was with me the third. Alexander the Great. They already talking about this Christ shit. This Christos, the chosen one. And see, when you look that shit up, it's not a savior. He's a slavior. My people just won't get it, bro. Christos, the chosen one, to be a follower of Christos is to be enslaved, not to be saved. Saved from what? They're coming to enslave you, take over your land and enslave you. The God of the Jew. And then you have the first Ptolemy. In their history, the first Ptolemy comes over with military force. That means there was already militaries in 3,000, 2,000, 1,000 BC, 900 BC, 400 BC. That means there was already militaries. But when we look up the first militaries, it jumps us back to 1096 on this side of the zero, with the Christian Crusaders. So he took the throne of a pharaoh by military force, and that's what you call a Ptolemy. A foreigner, which back then a foreigner was a white person. They was foreign to these lands, in the black land of Africa. So a foreigner take the throne of a black African off in his kingdom by military force and call himself Soter Christos. Soter is the study of salvation, soteriology. Christos means the chosen one. So he already had the Christ coming to save. How the fuck you coming to save by knocking a nigga off his throne? Oh, this that chess shit. You ain't coming to save, you coming to enslave. So my point of saying that is that Christos, Christian and Christianity and all this shit had been a part of their Germanic language. They've been speaking that shit. Huh? So when you read this screenshot I got up here, it says 4 armies of crusaders, Christian crusaders, were formed from troops of different Western European regions. Led by Raymond of St. Gilles. Where's that? That's over there, same Belgium. Godfrey of Bouillon, Germany. Sit right off of Great Britain there, Germany, Great right there. That nigga Hugh of Vermendios, that's French. Bohemond and Taranto, that's Italy. Rome, all that shit right there, the same people. So that means the French, the Germans, and all these people been together the whole time. But they come throw you in the middle of the fuck shit. Because they ain't fighting for real. They get your children and get you to go to war, choose a side, or they sitting back cooling and putting you further and further in debt for fighting for them, for the new world. This right here is before the new world. Ain't that a bitch? Because the new world, we live through the new world. The new world started in the 1700s, the 16th century, the 1700s, that was the new world. But we wasted all our energy talking about, oh, they talking about new world order, they talking about new world. Nigga, we live through the new world order. The new world order was already here. They headed to the one world. Why we still got niggas talking about the new world? Nigga, we is the new world. The Americas became the new world when they put us inside of their order. The orders came down from the secret societies from them. The orders came down to establish this to be the new world in the Americas, which had already been here. They didn't discover shit. We already got that understanding. The new world, bro. The new world order been in place. When they start interacting and making you think you come from the middle. How did you become the monkey in the middle? Libertas, the Statue of Liberty. The French helping the America fight for independence from Great Britain. They gonna help you fight for independence from their brother. That's their brother. Then they gonna grant you some liberty. Freedom and liberty is not the same thing. Liberty has to be granted to you. Free is free. Free is free. Nigga can't tell you, hey, you free. I'm free, nigga. I'm a free spirit. I'm a free being. Liberty is something got to be granted to you. And then they turn around and send you, the French turn around and post up their Masonic Illuminati statue right on the coast of the 13 colonies there. And face that bitch straight over there towards the allegiance and got them put on the book July the 4th, 1776. Huh? And then turn around in the 1800s, in the 17th century, 1800s, and have an alliance with them to run a channel tunnel from France straight over there to people over there in Great Britain and England. Because they say the dogger land. I told you they add water and hide land. And you go for it. Now they got a tunnel, a channel tunnel, which connects them with, they put the plans in the 1800s. 1790, 1800, they put that plan together, so they been in cahoots. But you warring for both of them. Why they taking over your land? Then they don't start constructing this tunnel until 1980 something. And the motherfucker, and they just goddamn completed the motherfucker in 1994. It's called Dogger Land. The land that once connected Britain and France. My bad, y'all. You know what I'm saying? My bad. I don't know what I got here. The Knights Templars. Did I get the 9? Then they hook over these Knights Templars. Mighty funny, the Knights Templars and the Christian Crusaders, they never warred. The Knights Templars and Christian Crusaders, because all of the kingdom that they set up when they came over, all these motherfuckers spoke the same Germanic language. So they had these Anglo Wars. They call Anglo Wars when they supposed to be fighting against each other. But when they fighting against each other, they putting the people in the lands that they trying to conquer in the middle of their bullshit while they trying to fight. And you kill each other, they harvest you and shit. Get your medicines, research your ass, scientifically goddamn become the mad scientists of Germany, all this old bullshit. All this old bullshit. All this old bullshit. So, when you look up, they got a Bearing Airlines and all this shit now. Talking about they gonna goddamn run a straight trip from LA, because too many people done woke up to this bullshit. But the Anian Strait is a myth. The Anian Strait is a myth. That wipes out all the history. That wipes out the Anian people. The Anian people that was already there in Alaska. The Anian people that was already there in Alaska, the indigenous people that was there. So that made them be able to tell the story that the first people that hit America came across up there, and it was the Mongolian and the Indian, whoever they want to say, came across that motherfucker, but we was already over here. But my point being that, how did they claim independence in a war, but they're still owned by Great Britain? By Great Britain. But the United States of America always got to be in the middle of some shit, right? Always got to be in the middle of some shit. Let me see something. Damn, I cannot go. I need to try to go. I want to get my video. You know what? They probably hit me for this video if I go play this motherfucker. I got to go try to get this goddamn video. I got to go try. Did I take some screenshots of this shit? Hold up. Did I take some screenshots of this shit? Cause I can't work on this goddamn phone, man. I cannot work on this goddamn phone, nigga. Did I take some screenshots of this shit? Who is God, man? Okay, right here. The French and Indian War. The French and Indian War. See, we've been so dumbed down that we watch the cowboy pictures and shit. We see the white man and the Indian, you know what I'm saying? And we looking like, where the fuck we at? Where the fuck we at? You see a little black motherfucker, people behind the barn somewhere and say, oh, he made it from Africa. No. No. See, this the bullshit. This the bullshit. Look, the French and Indian War, the conflict was played out in Europe, India, and North America. Yeah, right. In Europe, Sweden, Austria. Look where it took place at. Look where it took place at. In India. In India. This is how you became the monkey in the middle right here. The fuck? In India. Right below, right to the west and below, on the side of Africa right there. India. And the reason that land became saturated with a lot of flavors and mixture and shit, because Them boys in South America been trading and doing their thing. Been trading and doing their thing. From South America, go right on past the bottom of Africa, around that motherfucker, and sail right on up into goddamn India right there. Been looking out for them motherfuckers. Yeah. But see, when you hear French and Indian war, first thing you say, oh, they was in Canada. Oh, they were fighting like a motherfucker. They came up. No. India. That's how you became Indians. Well, that's how they say the Indians. But by right, you are the Indian because you was already here. We was already here. All the way down the Americas, all the way down to Mesoamerica, to South America, who's already been down. The monkey in the motherfucking middle, man. Look at this shit. The supply and demand gap for donor organs page. One time, me and that nigga got to arguing and that shit. If Selena Gomez wanted kidney, she could go to India. They do it all the time. What do you think they call the India people, the people of India? What do you think their nationality is? Huh? What do you think their nationality is? Huh? What his nationality is? That nigga right there. Sunil Stroff. Nationality, Indian. Occupation, urologist, known for kidney transplantation. Yeah, getting down over there. In India. He's from India, born in India. He's an Indian. The India's in India. Not over here, man. They flipped us all over across the world. This nigga right here is goddamn the founder of this Mohan Foundation. It's a non-profit registered non-government charity organization in India that works in the field of disease, organ donation, and transplantation. Mohan is a acronym for Multi-Organ Harvesting Aid Network. Multi-Organ Harvesting Aid Network. Hey, boy. You know what I'm talking about? I gotta go try to get this video. I hope Oprah don't fuck me up. Hold on, y'all. I gotta go try to get this video. Got to go.
You're just a neighbor. I go, I most certainly am black. But that was his way of saying, you're not like what I think other black people are. So I understood that's what he was saying, but that's what you're saying.
Is your color important to you?
Yes.
Absolutely. White folks, listen to that. Color is important to people.
Listen, I got fucked up for this video one time, so I'm gonna try to get through this right quick. Can y'all see that sideways? Put an 8 in there if y'all can see this sideways. Put an 8 in there if y'all can see this sideways. While we are on our way back to war, over in the fucking middle. Yeah. I bet. Oh. Bet that up.
Of color. And but it's also, and to say, well, now let's not deal with it that way because
I got to thumb through it to get to the pause I want, y'all, because I don't want no problem.
they are positive, they are valuable. Bring them in glasses and passing them around with various kinds of dressing.
I want to show y'all some shit.
Hold this up, please. How many of you have ever seen a map that looked like this before? How many of you have ever seen this map?
I've seen that map.
Isn't this the map that you use?
Pay attention. See that shit? Pay attention. Now that's the map. The map we used to look at had us in the middle. How do we become the monkey in the middle, and they went to circumnavigating and going around this sphere and shit? When we know this motherfucker is a flat plane, we raise up and look back down at this motherfucker. Man, you see that? Pay attention to this shit.
Through 16 in the United States of America. Now, folks, look at this map. According to your social studies teacher, what is the equator? An imaginary line where?
Yeah.
Around the center of the Earth. Then if this map is correct, then the equator must be here, and Chicago has a tropical climate.
How the fuck you gonna go around the world on that equator, ride sideways around that waterfall? It never gonna make sense. It never gonna make sense. But niggas gonna goddamn give you an education and indoctrinate your ass and make it make sense with all kind of motherfucking concoctions, man. I ain't got time to be playing with these people talking about equations and all these formulas and all this bullshit that make a lie be the truth.
Now, folks, this is the map that we use in the schools. Look where the United States is, in the middle of the world, right? Now, here's the USSR, which is no more, of course, Mongolia, China, Africa, India, Pakistan.
India, Pakistan. Now, put that bitch on the way it's supposed to be, Jane. Shout out to Jane Elliott, man. I hope they don't fuck with my shit.
Afghanistan. Now, look over here. USSR, Mongolia, China, India, Pakistan, Afghanistan. Two Indias here. We have two Indias. Did you know that? Now, people, this is a flat-out... Over here. USSR, Mongolia, China, India, Pakistan, Afghanistan. Two Indias here. We have two Indias. Did you know that?
Two Indians.
Now, folks, this is the map that we use in the schools. Look where the United States is, in the middle of the world, right? Now, here's the USSR, which is no more, of course, Mongolia, China...
She said they go to USSR. The USSR is no more. Where the fuck they at? Remember I used to be asking y'all, where the fuck is them goddamn, where the fuck is them Soviets at? Over there hiding up under that goddamn ice, storing shit, being storing shit. But look on that map. You see how South America sit below Africa? I ain't got no pointer. Do you see how South America, and it's larger than that? It's larger than that. Any motherfucking melanated region becomes smaller. And the European regions become larger. But see how it sit down lower than Africa? So if a motherfucker got a port over here in South America, they get on the water and go and they float right on past Africa. They can shoot shit right to Africa. They can go straight to Africa. You know them niggas love that cocaine, man. Opium, they love that dope. I don't give a fuck what, man. It ain't never changed, my nigga. They love what these folks got over here to offer. These people got their own rainforests and medicines and all this shit over here in these Americas, man. But look at the bottom of South America. They can float right past Africa, no problem. They can choose to stop. With the right water current, they flow right on past their ass and flow right on into where? Into motherfucking India. They ain't gonna tell you this shit. You gotta connect your own
tropical climate. Now, folks, this is the map that we use in the schools. Look where the United States is, in the middle of the world, right? Now, here's the USSR, which is no more, of course, Mongolia, China, Africa, India, Pakistan, Afghanistan. Now, look over here. USSR, Mongolia, China, India, Pakistan, Afghanistan. Two Indias here. We have two Indias. Did you know that? Now, people, this is a flat-out lie. Look at the size of Greenland and the size of South America. According...
Guess what? India bigger than that, too.
To your social studies teachers, what were continents? Largest land masses on the face of the Earth, right? Now, do you know the continents? Africa, Asia, Australia, Antarctica, Europe, North America, and South America. Did I say Greenland? Well, Greenland isn't a continent, but it's a huge landmass according to this map, right? The map is a flat-out lie, people. If you read the legend on the map, here it says, in fact, South America is actually 9 times larger than Greenland. Now, look at this map. The equator on this map is down here. All the white countries are larger than they should be, and all the countries of people of color are smaller than they should be.
Including India.
This is a visual image that teaches children a lie. In order to make this map anywhere near accurate, you have to take this over here and put it here like this. Now, can somebody hold that? Can you hold that down there, somebody? Are you a somebody?
Sally is a somebody.
Okay,
Yeah.
Sally's a somebody. There. Now, take a look at the difference. Does that give you a different visual image of the importance?
See what I'm saying? How the fuck do we get in the middle of all that conflict, of all of, you know what I'm talking about? How do we get in the middle of all that conflict? How do you wrap your head around the Palestinians being closer to that black land of Egypt, being closer than the Europeans of Eurasia? I told you, they went in that motherfucker, and once they started conquering, they started writing literature. He who controls the literature is going to control the world. And when they constructed their book, their so-called holy book, when they constructed their holy book saying some God or the Jew, when you start believing in that bullshit, the Palestinians said, hold the fuck up, man, what the fuck going on? A lot of people believe in this shit. Why you think the Quran come behind the holy book? And why you think those Palestinians agree to fall in suit with their story? That's how Jesus, Mary, and all them was concocted into the same story, because the Muslims, the Palestinians went along with the bullshit. Because they was already colonizing and going through Africa like a motherfucker. They took that shit. So now they come talking about a French and Indian war. What the fuck do the French over here on the right, on the eastern side of the world? Africa and all that shit is the Middle East, it's the middle of the world. And there go your old world right over here. The fucking Americas, which became their new world. Huh? So how the fuck if you look on a map and see where fucking Great Britain and France used to connect. Look up Doggerland. They got I'm gonna go get this shit. Why would the fuck they be warring way over here? Wait, you see what Alaska at over here? And Canada over North America right here. What the fuck do Great Britain and France look like way over here warring with some goddamn Indians? In India right there, I just showed you where they said the war took place at. Right there in India. Right there in India, man. I hope somebody caught them album, man. Look out.
So the United States, people, the way you use things like this, teaching aids like this, correct. The shapes are distorted, but the land areas are correct. If we use this map, world map that was made by a cartographer called Arno Peters. This is the Peters projection map, folks. It's for sale for like $10.95. I'm not the front man for Arno Peters. I want you to know that. This map, the land areas are correct. The shapes are distorted, but the land areas are.
The shapes are distorted, but the land masses are correct. So I wonder what that little orange brown, you know, like kidney orange. That orange kidney area right there, the little orange brown area that if a motherfucker came from South America and went straight across there, what is that right there, y'all?
You got it?
What is that? Them the 20th? Is them the 20th? Is that India? Boy, we been bamboozled like a motherfucker. So that's your French and Indian war right there, man. The same way They go into North America. When they go there and start colonizing, and the 13 colonies of people over here, their children started to go into war and being harvested and shit. Going to war, fighting for some shit ain't got nothing to do with them, cause these motherfuckers that came across this bitch with nothing but goddamn power and taking over the world on their mind from the giddy up. From the giddy up, man. And now we talking about goddamn going to war with Iran and sending troops. You know what I'm talking about? They created their holy Bible, and then the Palestinians said, hold up, wait a minute. They created them, Allah created their holy Quran. And guess what? We still having these holy wars. Because a motherfucker wanna lie on God. And we up under so much mind control to the point that we can't realize that our God ain't in no goddamn book. That's why we ain't gonna know when, bro. And that sounds too much like goddamn common sense. I just want to show y'all that video. Man. That lady shit. Forget about that lady shit, bro. Shit crazy. Hold up.
You know what I do.
Doggerland was an area of land now submerged beneath the southern North Sea that connected Britain to the continent of Europe. Them motherfuckers probably goddamn flooded that shit. They don't know. But that's the shit I was telling y'all about Doggerland. Let me go over here and put this shit in. About the flight from Europe to Africa. I've been looking at all kinds of shit today, man. I just you know how I do. You know how I do. Let me see. Flight from Russia. Flight from Russia to Alaska. Look at this shit. April 23rd, 2018. Today you can move between Alaska and Russia far more easily than that. You know what I'm talking about? But that shit ain't. What's the distance? Look who got the flight. Bering Air. I thought the Bering Strait was a goddamn myth. I thought it was a myth, y'all. Bering Air offers regular flights from Alaska to Russia. Everything you need to know about traveling to Russia, including boom, 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 bam. Bering. They got a land up there called Bering. What is the name of that land? Got a land in there somewhere called it's Bering Islands or some shit. They should have never had no layovers from goddamn. And why would it take you goddamn 6, 7? How long would it take? How long did you say? I forgot how long Renee said it took. Oh, they are going to have to back on. Yeah, it said something about that. I read the whole thing. It said something about that. And I want to show this other shit too. They might goddamn pop me for this goddamn. These what we got these videos. I think it's the Bering Strait. But if you look, hold up, let me go back to Google. When you look up the Nine Strait, they're gonna tell you it's a myth. When you look up the Nine Strait, it's a myth though. It's a myth. That's how they wipe the history out. Nine Strait. Nine Strait. It's a milk though. How's a milk? They just just wiped their history out. The Strait of Orion. The Strait of Orion was a semi-mythical strait. Huh? A mythical strait documented from around 1560 that was believed by early modern. You see what I'm saying? The mythical Strait of Orion.
What?
The fuck is you talking about? It's the same damn strait that separate Russia and Alaska. I wonder which hours you need. Yeah, them hours that how long them flight was. I remember you first told me how long the flights was from. I think it was like 6 hours, 8 hours to fly from Russia to Alaska. I'm like, damn, I can swim across that motherfucker. I'm like, goddamn, I can swim across that motherfucker. Strait of Orion, part of the, see what I'm saying? Legendary Northwest Passage linking the Atlantic. You see what I'm saying? But they turn around and say this was some mythological shit. But when they turn it into the Bering Strait, they just fucked up. They just, man, shit. Maybe people steal your identities, get you to war with each other while they goddamn planting on flags and taking over lands, goddamn get your children to goddamn join military forces, send their ass over to Germany and to the Middle East and Iraq and Afghanistan and do all this goddamn fight for who giving up the orders? These are God's orders. Because they telling you what God said. Creation ain't saying none of this shit. And we still in 2020 having holy wars, nigga. That's what it should be. I looked it up today. When I looked it up today, it said 6 hours. I looked that shit up today, it said 6 hours, Renee. I said 6 hours. They still playing, huh? They're crazy. Look at this shit. Let me get this video. I just had to get this shit out of my chest, man. India. How the fuck? And in the 7-year war. The 7-year war they have you thinking goddamn like a nigga been fighting with some Indians over here and shit.